2K Sports pregame show.
Hello everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. Well, the big three have been slowing down over the years, but the Spurs seem to keep the machine moving. Can you make the argument, Kenny, that the Spurs are shifting more towards becoming Kawhi's team in the future?
Well, I think Kawhi has done a great job, and he might be the most talented, impactful player on this team at this point. But I could see the Spurs adding another mix to him at some point. And when they add that mix to him, he also will be a much bigger contributor than he is now.
Listen, as long as the big three are in the locker room, it's their team, especially from a leadership perspective. But Kawhi is a key component for the Spurs' future, trust me.
And with the game just about to tip off, we get it to Kevin Harlan. Kev.
Here in San Antonio, the Tower of the Americas, standing 750 feet tall in the center of Hemisphere Park. Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. You take a look at Los Angeles. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the
style is already fully developed. They look rock solid to me.
Now it's
ship kind of going down with him.
Now here is Young. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And hit for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
It's Parker with the drive. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And, going back to Randall's.
Green, the screen. Parker with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Parker's got 5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did. He loves.
Here's Green. Following the basket by Kobe Bryant, and he gets it to go. He tries for three, and that one's good. Bryant had lost against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for. No one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Shots good from Young.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter, and a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shots good from Young.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
Russell, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defensive.
Here's Marjanovic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in...
That was definitely automatic.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super. And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. They beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
First personal foul, teams first.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11
by 7, okay? So that just lets you know. The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge.
You simply just hope they start cooling off.
Parker battles through traffic and lays it in. Parker's got 7. Russell with the fadeaway. And it's San Antonio with another.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Lakers lead. Spurs caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, and he didn't outright say that he didn't worry about defense here, but it was all about offense for them this game. He said numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good looks, good movement, and hitting shots. That's all there is to it. Let's see if their approach works.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks.
If they can get off to a good start offensively, everything else should come together.
Well, what happens if they don't get off to a fast start? I mean, they'll be scrambling looking for answers. We'll see if that approach works for them. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. Defensively.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And finished off by Bass.
And it's
but it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And the basket by Diop.
Here it is again on a lot of their positions.
Wolves in Minneapolis. Snatched up. Bass's shot. Good. Shot clock at 6. From the wing. That's good. And the Lakers lead.
Been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
It's going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's West. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 shots.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Lakers on top. They finish off the first quarter on a 14-6 run. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes, no matter how successful, to help get them to where they are.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see.
Much resistance.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Russell. Julius Randle is out there with Roy Hibbert.
2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Good on the second free throw.
And you really got to admire.
Now here's Kobe. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And really, as the three-pointers
been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And that one's good. Diallo.
In my mind, he's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than
following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
San Antonio shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, They've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And Tony Parker drops them both.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're a
Green with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. The fader. And Duncan gets it to go in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Let's go. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8. The Spurs have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. It's Parker with the drive. Another miss by Parker.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he did.
To the middle. Here's Kobe. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, such
missing. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in a more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off.
Human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Russell. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team and they prove you wrong. What Popovich said last year, he feels it might actually be the case.
Ryan Kelly, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And so Russell.
First round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that
pass. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Nick Young on the wing. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. Russell. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
A moment here to see some stats for Parker. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
A different look now for San Antonio. West
is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentages.
Russell pulls up. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Parker. Ginobili's got his first points of the night. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 9.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Russell against Leonard. Outside, Russell. On the wing, Kobe. Feeds it to Kelly. All alone. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kelly's got 5 points in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Ginobili the pass to West. The Lakers with the rebound. Bryant's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now here's Hibbert. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Now the pass to Kelly. The 3 ball. They get it back. Hibbert kicks to Kelly. Outside, Russell. Goes back up. The rebound by the Spurs.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Picked by West. Leonard dishes to Ginobili. Pass to West. Bank shot, no good.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And that one's good. Kelly.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Parker against Russell. And Parker, here we go. Here's Marjanovic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for San Antonio, Boban.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart, he's tough, he's all about team, and, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Lou Williams. It's deflected. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Clarkson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Boris Diaw.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple. And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Here's world peace, following the bucket by the Spurs. Bass with the screen. Now, here's Clarkson, covered by Mills. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason. Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that. And, you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Now, here's Clarkson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Leonard, that falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 6 assists in the game. The Lakers controlling the game. Here's Clarkson. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Lakers ahead, running away with it. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Roy, you've gotten some bench production tonight that's made an impact here. Tell us how the depth has shaped the team's mentality and identity.
We're a complete team. You know, from top to bottom, we got guys on the bench who are just as good as our starting 5. We can go out there and produce. And defensively, we keep this up, we'll be all right tonight.
Roy, well done. A team effort. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And now, your Spurs.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Well, Kobe had a great quarter. He has 17 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there. When the
In the 4, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now Kobe running the floor all by himself.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And good on the basket. Book it. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Here's Marjanovic. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
For Los Angeles.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively.
Ooh, good D, but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well set to start the second half. The feed to Leonard. From 13. Tries yet again. Parker. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like, oh, that he's giving up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And guys, one thing that stands out to me about Russell is how good he is at certain NBA plays. Very strong in the pick and roll already, knows how to attack with contact, great vision, and he can also shoot the basketball.
And so Young nails them both.
And you can say this just about every prospect, but I think with Russell, he'll need some time to adjust. He has the raw skill to play multiple spots on the floor, but each position has a nuance to it that he'll need some time to learn.
And that one's good. Parker.
That is an
Iteration process in learning to deal with the NBA.
2 on the clock. Kobe gets the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys.
He played defensively there. He made that a very difficult look.
The drive by Green. Leonard. He makes the challenge from the left block. Leonard's got 15 points. They've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And he gets it to go. Young's got 20. Leonard. Back to Duncan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We're getting back to Duncan's rebounding. He's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to set...
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the score.
Angelo Russell's bucket. Green left side. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
His way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Fantastic.
The Lakers And Parker, here we go. Here's Anderson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Anderson's got his. Parker left side. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 8 here in the quarter.
Shots are just
to Kelly. Hibbert in the high post. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Parker. He feeds it to Mills. To the middle, here's Anderson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Anderson's got 4 this quarter.
If he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed.
That is a very low.
Ginobili against Williams. Ginobili kicks it to West, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Nance is checked in.
This guy's still very strong as a player, but
basket by the Lakers. To the inside. Here's Marjanovic. The shot's good on the assist by West. He's probably with the steal. Puts it up from 12. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Ginobili's got 6. LA's 48% from the field as a team in this third quarter. 1:05 left to play here in the third. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ginobili's got 4 points in the quarter. Oh, here's Clarkson, covered by Mills. Right side, world peace. From about 19 feet. Good. World Peace has got his 3rd basket of the night. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers on top, just dominating this one. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th.
By a large amount.
Anderson, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played at 1,100.
Here's Mills. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Here's Kelly. He's covered by Anderson. Nance a screen. Shot clock at 5. Kelly. The shot misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And Mills kicks to Butler. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's not real.
Series. Both teams acknowledge that it felt like a conference finals matchup. I mean, no one really near him, but still he's able to knock down the off-balance shot.
Here's Nance. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even...
Streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they...
And good as it rattles through the hoop. Dishes it to Simmons. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kelly's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Sacre. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And he places that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
James Clark, it's you've been through it and you know firsthand.
And it's not just the back-to-back games, Kevin. It's the 4 games in 5 nights or the 7 in 10 days. The league office knows the league. The NBA is at their best when teams are rested. And kudos to the league for doing something about it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
That shot becomes effortless for him.
For Boris Diaw. And the Lakers also making a switch. Meta world peace, he's checked in for Nance. And Anderson gets it to go. That won an NBA team, Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA is all...
Get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Paying about 3 times as much per year as the previous year.
And it's changing the math as far as the salary cap and contract negotiations go.
Got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin.
Separated by less than 6 seconds. And he gets it to go. From deep, it's off. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.